Hey everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and today Carl and I have a great project for you. We are going to do a parent and child matching aprons. You can use this for Thanksgiving, Christmas, just baking in general. I know that when my son was like 5, I think he was around 5, him and my mom, the night before Thanksgiving, he would go over there and they would bake pies. And then in the morning, he would get to spend the night, all night with his grandma all by himself. And he would get to help her cook the next day. And they always had little aprons that kind of matched. So I got my idea from this. And in fact, the first apron I ever made was for my sister. It was from my kids, and it said Aunt Polly on it because my sister's name is Paulette. So that's the very first apron I made, and my kids were really small. And now they're in their late 30s, so mid to late 30s. Sorry, Melissa. But so today we're going to do this project. This is the adult one, and it says Cookie Baker. I know it's backwards, but I got the design from looking at different fonts. Excuse me, fonts on my computer, and I downloaded the fonts, printed them out. I love this font. And then I realized I did it to myself again. It's a very difficult font, so I wouldn't suggest you go this difficult of a font. Find a cute one that you really like, that's thicker, bigger lines, so much easier to paint. But we're gonna go with this because that's what I started. The Cookie Baker is the adult one, and look at this one, guys. Cookie Taster. Is that not cute? I took the same font, I shrunk it down a little bit to fit this apron, and I just love it with the little hat. So I started doing this one first. I always do a project first just to make sure it turns out and I don't look like a goofball on live video. So what I did was, on the back, I did the pencil thing. See my finished design, isn't that cute? I did the pencil thing where you get as much graphite on the back of the paper as you can. Lay this out. Now I centered mine. It looks like it's a little off center, but I did that on purpose. To get it center, or how you want it, you take the apron, you fold it in half, and then you crease right in the center, and it'll leave that little crease for a while. Then you take your design and do the same thing. Now, I could have taken the design from here to here and folded that in half and made this my center, but I took it from the hat. I like the look a little better and made that my center, which was over here more. After I folded my paper that way, I don't know if I can show you that because I have it taped down, then I lined up my creases, and that kind of gave me an exact measurement of my center. No ruler involved, nobody was hurt doing this project. Then I took, what is this? It's from Duct Tape, Duct brand, but it's the clear packaging tape, like if you're moving and you're taping up boxes. This works really good on cloth because it sticks really good and it doesn't leave a residue when you pull it off, like real duct tape would. It would leave a sticky residue, and you don't want that because it doesn't even wash off in the washing machine. Speaking of the washing machine, the best thing about this project is that it's done in pencil. If you use transfer paper or a carbon paper, you have to be very careful because it will not wash out in the washing machine. But this will. So if I did my design and I got a little off, go back to where I wanted it, draw that area in, and then throw it in the washer. You can even paint it and then throw it in the washer. All that pencil will come out and everything else will stay perfect. Trust me, I know. I've done it a million times. So after I did my graphite, let's get this one out of the way and I'll show you the child's. After I did my graphite, like this is what it looks like in pencil. Can you see that? Yeah. This is what it looks like in pencil. And like I said, I picked the hardest font there was. Let me pull this off. I don't need it anymore. I am going to go over this, the edges. No, you come over. Carl's got friends in the front door, at the front of the house, and he wants to B-A-R-K. No B-A-R-K-ing, okay? I'm going to take a Sharpie marker. Make sure it's Sharpie, because if you take like a regular marker that's not permanent, it will wash out, or it could smear all over your project. We don't like smeary aprons, do we? Should make you a dog apron. Are you a cookie taster? He likes that C word. All right, I am going to go around my lines, and since they're just thin lines and I really want to paint them, I'm going to have to do, let's show you here. Take this off. I'm going to have to do, see how I did around the hat? A double line. I did that around my words too, so I could actually paint them a color. Now, if I would have been smarter and picked a thicker font, and this is even in bold, if I would have picked a thicker font, it would have been so much easier. But I kind of have to make up these lines as I go. No, you may not. Keep going this way. Thank you. Do you like my shirt? By the way, this is part of my Christmas line. I have this design with Joy, and I also have it with Mary, M-E-R-R-Y. I love this shirt. I was stuck in a meeting, as all good stories start. Once upon a time, I was stuck in a meeting, and I wasn't part of the meeting, so I didn't have to present anything. And I sat in the back of the room and I drew this wreath. And I'm like, wow, that turned out pretty good. So I decided to put it on a t-shirt, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. I absolutely love this. I wear a lot of blues and grays and blacks. I know I need to branch out, but that's the colors I seem to like, and I really like this design on the gray. So go visit my my boutique if you want to, inspiremefabulous.com, and you'll see my whole Christmas line. I think I have 5 or 6 different t-shirts that I designed for this year. All right, let's get started on this. That was the commercial. I see everything has a commercial, right? Okay, I'm going to start with my hat. Make sure your ribbons are out of the way, because otherwise it leaves a little bump. And I see this one is still under there. Okay, I got these aprons, and they were a little pricey only because they came in, I think this was a set of 6 and the adult ones were a set of 4. So they were like 20 bucks for the package each. So if you think about it, per apron, that's really cheap. But I had to go big and buy the whole thing. And I got these at Michael's. So now if you have more than one child and you want to make aprons for all of them, that's a perfect thing to buy, because you get more than one. Okay. So I am just drawing around my line, and then I'm adding a second line so it's double. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. And I decided on the big one that I'm not going to paint any of those, because a chef's hat normally is white. So I'm just going to kind of leave it that way. All right. Why do I have a bump? Oh, it's a bump in the paper. Use newspaper, because if you can see, this does come through, and you don't want that on your table. But I happen to have my newspaper in the way. I have the door open because it's glorious here. It's in the 50s, high 50s, but that is so refreshing here that I have the door open, and Carl keeps going in and out. I think he's going to be my biggest problem today. All right. I got to stop talking so much so I can draw this. Did you notice my newspaper? It is a newspaper from a grocery store. I had a newspaper out one time that it was an ad that was in my regular newspaper, but it was for alcohol. And I did get told that, you know what, that's probably not the best thing to have on your videos. So now you wouldn't think about anything like that, but now I'm super careful of what newspaper actually shows up on my live videos. So many things that you have to remember that you didn't used to have to. I mean, people were smart enough to know that just because I have an alcohol paper doesn't mean I drink all the time. It just means I have a newspaper. Okay. Well, that's turning out cute. I really wanted it to match my adult one as much as possible, but I didn't want it to say the exact same thing. And, oh, let me tell you, I went on Pinterest and was looking for ideas, and there was so many cute ones. So if you don't want to do the whole cookie thing, I get it. There's beater liquor, you know, and queen of the kitchen and princess or prince of the kitchen, all sorts of different things. But I really like the cookie taster and the cookie baker because that doesn't go for just holidays or anything like that. It goes for every time you cook with your children in the kitchen. Now, I am not a cook by any shape, because when I was younger and living at home, I had the type of mom that said, "Get out of my kitchen. You're driving me crazy. Get out of my kitchen." Now, when my grandchildren came along, "Oh yeah, come on into my kitchen. I'll show you how to make things." Just how it was. She has been gone for 31 years, and I still miss her so much. Okay, this one I got the hat and the C a little close together. Oh, I see what I did there, and I did it differently. You know what? If people see that and they're bugged by it, they're just too picky. Okay. I'm trying to do this a little quick so we can get to painting. I kind of like this font, and I think it was because of these O's. Don't they look like eyeballs? I love those. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Aw, you're beautiful. I love you. Thank you so much. What's the temperature like in Ohio? Is it cold? Because it's chilly here. I'm surprised. We don't normally have this cool of temperatures this early or late in the year. I don't know. Usually it's like around February we start getting chilly here. And I can wear a sweater for like a whole half a day. Yeah. Sweater weather, and everybody's selling all these beautiful sweaters right now that I'd really like to have, but you don't wear them here. Oh, this is so cute. I have a friend that has 2 little boys, and I think I might make a second child's apron and give that to her. I hope she's not watching, because now she'll know. Oh, it's okay. It won't be a surprise. But I will give that to her because I think she'll like this. Okay. Almost got the first word done already. Oh, you going outside, Carl? Such a silly dog. Okay. And I messed up on that E a little bit. But you can fix that with paint. Paint over it and then make your black line a little bigger. I like to outline in black because if I just did it in the colors, you really wouldn't see it as much. And this way, it makes the letters pop a little. And I might do the lines of that hat in maybe a real light gray, just so it still looks white, but it doesn't look like I forgot to paint it. So we'll see. Another thing I like about Sharpie markers is I can lay my hand right over the top and not smear it, which is brilliant. I wish I would have invented it. There's so many things I wish I would have invented, like Velcro. I mean, come on. There we go. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. Now the colors I picked out, and you have to really keep in mind if you're giving this to little boys or little girls, because you can pink and blue this all up, or pink and mint and, you know, all the little girly colors. I chose, these are from Craft Smart, the orange spice and the light orange. I chose these because they were more fall colors, but you can do Christmas colors or just colors in general, depending on what, you know, if you want to give this as a gift, or you want to have it for a specific holiday. I remember when I was a kid, I was in Girl Scouts, and one of our biggest fundraisers was this pancake breakfast. And it was a small town. I mean, small town, like my town had 2,000 people in it, maybe. And this pancake breakfast was always on a Sunday after church. And we served a lot of pancakes. The adults did all the cooking, and as Girl Scouts, we passed out all the coffee and juice, whatever they wanted to drink, and made sure all the syrup containers stayed filled. Well, my mom was our Girl Scout leader, and she made sure that we looked amazing. We all had matching aprons, and they had little pockets in them that were in the shape of the Girl Scout symbol. I think they call it a trefoil. I wish I still had one of those, because that was an amazing memory. But every year we would do that, and that would be almost as big a fundraiser as our cookie sales were. And Girl Scout cookies, you guys know. You know what I'm talking about with Girl Scout cookies. But we weren't allowed to sell them at grocery stores or anything like that, like they do now. We had to go door to door. You done being outside, Carl? Oh, lay down. Man, you're tired. rough life this dog has. All right, one more letter, and then we are good to go. Oh, that would be awesome, Lisa. That would be, you need to make this. You can make it any way you want. Do the design however you want. I don't know if you had heard, but Lisa is an amazing cook and amazing baker, and so is her mom. So these would be just perfect for grandchildren and them. Okay. See why I said this was a very challenging font? Don't pick this font. I don't even remember what it was. But it will bleed on the back, just a little. I don't even think it got on my newspaper, but it was enough. Okay, on my adult one, I did the light orange for cookie, and then the orange spice for the second word, baker. And I think I want to make this one to match. So I'm going to do that. I did not bring a paper plate out here, but that's okay, because I don't really pour my paint out onto a paper plate. I think you waste way too much paint doing that, because when you're done and you still have this glob of paint on your paper or on your paper plate, all that gets thrown away. And I am a Scrooge. No, that's not the right word. I am a, what is it? Maybe it is Scrooge when you're tight with stuff when it comes to craft supplies. Because I don't know about you guys, but they're not cheap. It seems like every time I start a different kind of project, like, oh, I want to try stained glass, or I want to try this, that, or the other thing, it is like $100 startup, always. Okay, what did I say? Cookies, light orange. So I pour a little in my cap, and then this is what I use. And when I'm done, I pour it back in the bottle. I don't have my paint open enough to where it's going to dry things out or leave clumps. So this is perfect. Now I do have my little jar of, or glass of water to clean my brush. And I do have somewhere, right in front of me, I do have paper towels to dry my brush. Because you don't want a lot of water on your brush doing this, because it'll spread that paint out. And then it kind of bleeds on your fabric, and you don't want that. Hey, Karen, thank you. Isn't this adorable? I love this. I think it would have been so cute if when my son was little to have him and my mom wear these. He would have loved it too. My son, bless his heart, just had a birthday yesterday. I can't believe how old my kids are getting because I'm not aging. Yeah, right. I am not. In my head, I'm not aging, but every once in a while I look in the mirror and I go, who's that? Oh yeah, it's my mom. I look just like her, or so I've been told. She's been gone so long, but I do have pictures, but I kind of don't see the resemblance that everybody else does. It might be my mannerisms or, you know, the way I carry myself, but as far as full-on facial features, I'm just not seeing it. Don't get me wrong, I think my mother was beautiful. Oh my goodness, some of her pictures were just like stunning. I want to be like that. But oh well, we are who we are. God made us all different and unique, and I think that's so cool. I mean, even identical twins are different. Okay, I am having a little challenge with this O. But we'll see. I might fix it up with a marker later on. And I came up with a really cute idea, but it was too late and the video, you know, my live was about to start. But what about taking cute fabrics, and you don't have to sew, you just cut out a rectangle, turn all the edges in and glue them, put it across your apron and glue the 3 sides, and now you got a pocket with a fancy fabric. You could even do glue down 2 sides or down just the center and have 2 or 3 pockets. I think that is such a cute idea, and I so wish I would have done that. But I might do it off camera, so we'll see. Okay. It's funny because every time I get ready to do one of my lives, somebody is usually sleeping in his bed until I get set up and he knows what's going to happen. And here he comes flying through because he wants to be next to Mom during the video. I don't know if he can feel my anxiety or what. Doing these live videos are still not real easy. I get all butterflies and everything in the beginning. But once I turn the camera on and just start yakking, it's like I'm talking to an old friend, which is nice. I love talking to all you guys. Okay. Almost got Cookie done already. See how easy this project goes? And it takes a little time. I think the biggest part, thank you, Karen. I know your daughter's getting old, but not you. Isn't that true? How does that work? I have no idea. Oh, the hardest part of that, hardest part of this whole project is selecting the fonts that you want. Getting it to look just right on paper before you even get started. And boy, I went 1,000 routes on this before I came up with this idea. And putting my graphite on the back, so cheap and easy. A couple of weeks ago, I was working on a blog post, typing away, and my computer went completely black. Died. I mean, died. Nope, you cannot go over there because you're going to B-A-R-K at the window, goofball. I have to say I had a little freak out session when my computer went down. Unfortunately, it was the worst of the worst, and they had to re-image. Oh, he went under the table to get over there. Don't you love it? They had to re-image my whole computer, which means I lost everything I had on there. Luckily, most of my stuff was saved on the cloud, the Adobe cloud, the Microsoft cloud, the Amazon cloud, and the Google cloud. So yeah, I was covered. But my fonts that I had saved in my Word, or that would come up in Word, all gone. And we're talking maybe 600 to 700 fonts that I had downloaded. So luckily, I had saved those fonts in Pinterest, but unfortunately they weren't downloaded on my computer anymore. So I have to go through the rigorous many steps, many steps. And it's really not a lot of steps, but when you have that many fonts, it's a lot of steps to get all those fonts back. Now I decided, you know, even having all those fonts, I didn't use all those fonts. So I am going to download the fonts that were my favorite and just kind of let the other ones go by the wayside until I might want them again. But wow. I also have a Cricut machine. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's kind of like a die cut machine. I could do this whole apron with the Cricut machine. It would cut out vinyl sheets with the words, and then you iron it on, which is really cute also, but I don't do that on my lives because not everybody has a Cricut machine. But when you download these fonts in Word, well, they go to Word, you download them to your computer, they automatically show up on the Cricut site, which I love. So those are gone because I thought, whoa, maybe they're still on Cricut. No, gone. So, you know what? It's okay. It's like cleaning house. Have you ever cleaned house and decided, I don't need all these things? It's kind of like that. So maybe my computer, maybe that's why it died. I don't know why it died, because it's pretty much a brand new computer. It wasn't even 6 months old. It's a brand new computer now because it was been wiped clean. So yesterday, when I'm downloading these fonts, is when I realized they're all gone. So it was kind of neat looking through different ones and finding these. And this, like I was saying, this is the hardest part of the project, is finding your design. Now you can go on Pinterest and see how other people have done it and either do it exactly like theirs or change it up a little bit and make it your own flavor, which I kind of like to do because I like something that's uniquely something I made. But you can see how fast this is going. And think about if you had easier fonts to work with, you probably could be done by now. And yes, I just messed that up. All right. There we go. No talking until I get my straight line done. Gee whiz. It's like walking and chewing gum. Can't do it. Okay. It is so refreshing outside. I am loving this weather. I'm surprised I can have the door open though, because usually the birds outside are so loud. And that was kind of the case this morning. But tonight, I'm going to have a fire outside. I am looking forward to that. Just sitting out there with coffee and a blanket. Goofball. He's got to let the neighbors know we still live here. Come on, back under the table. That's how you got out. You can come back in. Come on, Carl. All of a sudden, he's gone deaf. Sad day. All right, come on through. Come on. Goofball. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, don't mess with me when I'm painting. I'm having a hard enough time. What do you think? How about you go lay down? How about you go lay down and Mommy will get him a cookie later. Yeah. Making aprons about cookies, but didn't give the dog one. Sad. Oh, I love you. You know what? I might make myself an apron. I don't know why, because I don't cook, but I do bake. So we are having a cookie baking session here, me and the girls. And don't bump me. And we're just going to make a bunch of cookies and then share them with each other. So we all have the different types. And you don't have to make all the types. But it's going to be so fun. It's going to be a Hallmark moment. Because they do that on Hallmark all the time. There we go. Next Saturday, I will not be doing a live video because I will be at a craft show. And if you guys, if you guys live around here, you've got to come to this craft show because it's big and it's my first time to be there. But from what I hear, it's got a lot of really cool gift ideas and Christmas ornaments and all that sort of stuff. I have made maybe 7 or 8 different types of Christmas ornaments and 3 types of garland. And I have little trees that stand about this tall that are made out of sheet music. And what else? Oh, and my earrings that I make. So if you get a chance to go there next Saturday, it is Christian Church in the Wildwood. So Google it, and hopefully you guys can be there because that would be amazing. And I would love some familiar faces since I've never been to this show before. So hopefully, you know how you always have those, oh gosh, I hope people like the stuff that I made. So hopefully it will be a big success and I'll make a bunch of new friends. I love making new friends. One letter to go. All right. Perfect. Pour this back into my bottle. Not over my project. Okay. No paint was wasted. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. And really, the only thing that kind of bled through was the marker. The paint did not. Now, I'm going to go over some of my letters with my Sharpie marker once it dries because I kind of made a couple of errors here and there that probably only I will notice, but it would drive me crazy. So let me show you the idea I had for, I'm going to take this out of the way so it dries. Dry there. Some of the ideas I had to make pockets, I really want to do that. You know, even if you use blue denim, that would be adorable also. Fold this up underneath. All right, can you see that okay? Right, look at this. Oh, that would look so cute. I got this at Walmart. It was one of those, what did I do with the thing? Waverly, it was 1 yard, and I think it was a couple bucks. But this would make a really cute pocket going across, especially if you did it like this and then maybe glued 2 sections there. Can you see it? Let me move it up here. Glue 2 sections there so you have like 3 pockets. And that Aleen's, A-L-E-E-N-S, I think, glue is perfect for this. This is another fabric I thought of for Christmas. It's silver, red, and green polka dots. Let me see if I can make it like it would be going across. Sort of. You have to use your imagination. Is that not cute? Oh my gosh, come on. And then they have little pockets to put their goodies in. Because kids always love pockets. I hope you enjoyed this project. It was fairly quick and easy. Half hour. Not bad. And it probably would have been less if I wouldn't have talked so much. But you know me, I love to talk. So if you like this and you want to make this, let me see if I can do this without getting the paint messed up. And you want to make this, I want to see pictures because I want to see what your ideas are. And if, I don't know if you can you see it? And if you do decide to make this and take pictures, if you could comment on my blog and on my business page for Inspire Me to DIY. I want to show everybody what you made. I think it would be so cute. So comment, share, do whatever you need. I think up here is where it says follow. If you're not following me, would love to add you to my tribe. My tribe is so important to me. I don't know if you, well, of course you know. It's really difficult to have a tribe. Not everybody thinks like you. I have that problem. I have some really good friends, but not everybody thinks like me. When you find that one person that, wow, you have so much in common with, you're not going to find anybody you have everything in common with. But that you have so much in common with it and you respect each other's ideas, that is your tribe. So I hope you guys get a big tribe or even a small tribe that is worth more than gold. You know what I'm talking about. So good to see you today. If you want to buy a shirt, inspiremefabulous.com. I will see you in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to do where are you? I'm going to try to do a live sometime next week, so to make up for Saturday. So hope to get to see you again. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing Saturday. Bye.